create and intentionally enter spaces where you are allowed to show your personality. Cause yeah. Hi beautiful souls. I'm super excited to share these insights, this wisdom, this experience with you, and I really thank y'all for, tuning in. Today we're gonna be talking about reconnecting with your innocence, right? So what does that mean to you? Right, before I even get to speaking, let's talk about what that means to you. Pause this video and think for a second. Why did you even click this video? What spoke to you about this video? You get what I'm saying? Because that's a heavy topic. So clearly it's something. Clearly you feel like you've lost something, or there's something you need to gain, or maybe, I don't know, it just resonated with your spirit. But either way, this ain't just a video where I want to talk to you. I want to get to know you too, right? So I always kind of get questions about, well, how do I find myself? How do I reconnect with my inner child? How do I do this? How do I do that? And I'm always confronted kind of with this dilemma where it's like, I can't tell you how to find yourself because that's you, right? But I always tell people it's the similar process in just getting to know somebody else. You ask yourself questions. Pretend you want a date. Talk to yourself. Get to know yourself. So say you've done that, right? And now you're at this point, well, I don't know who I am. I don't know who I am because I lost myself. Somewhere in growing up, an event happened, a couple events happened, and I just lost that childlike innocence. I lost that childlike playfulness. I now live in riggedness. I now live without optimism, without hope. And let's remember, one of the beautiful things about childhood is this aura of innocence, of hope, of imagination, of playfulness. And when you lose that, you lose yourself. You lose yourself. You lose yourself. All right? So in order to reconnect with your innocence, I need you to get back to safety. I need you to realign that nervous system. I need you to create a home for yourself in your sanctuary, in your mind and around your soul, right? Because how can you feel free to be playful, to be imaginative, to be optimist if you're living in a dark environment? And sometimes we create dark environments for ourselves. Sometimes we are the darkness that we're running from. But at the end of the day, we can change that. And we can edit that. And there's so much control we have as adults. So I want you to create safety around you. I want you to finally exercise your power as an adult and recognize you don't need to be around people who you don't think are good for you, family included. Y'all didn't hear me. You don't have to be around people you don't think are good for you, family included. You deserve safety. You deserve safety. Put color on your walls. Add color to your room. Don't be afraid to look goofy. Sometimes in the effort we protect ourselves from external scrutiny, we end up harming ourselves even more. So I'm asking you to create a safety net so that that innocence can flourish once again, because you didn't lost it. You just forgot about it. It's just been a little, crowded with these things called trauma and this pain and this fear and this anger, but it's still there. Okay. It's still there. You know what I'm saying? And a survivor of childhood sexual abuse, for a lot of times my language was, I lost my innocence. I lost my innocence because, I was exposed to something so heavy, so young. However, I stand here today and I refuse to accept that. I didn't lose my innocence. I'm more aware of things, but I choose to still be imaginative, and I choose to still be optimistic, and I still choose to carry an aura of just positivity. And for some people, it comes out of naiveness, it may come out as weakness, but I choose to not let my trauma dictate my circumstances. Because if I'm letting pain, anger, guilt, shame dictate my circumstances, what am I manifesting? What am I producing? It's a very simple world. So, okay, we dissected safety. Now let's get into the sense of belonging, right? And the sense of belonging is feeling like there can be a home for you. And for me, my family home, I didn't consider that my home. No, thank you. I did not consider that my home. And I struggled for a long time figuring out where home was, or what home felt like, or was supposed to feel like. So I ended up in things that just was comforting. And as you all know, everything ain't comforting, ain't good for you now. Be so for real. Everything comforting is not good for you, baby. It's just a feeling. All right. And then that's the conversation for a different time. We're going to dive deeper in that in my school community. But nonetheless, let's get back to it. Y'all know I got my notebook. So a sense of belonging, so that you know where home is. And I need you sometimes, excuse my language, I need you all the time to recognize that home is where the heart is. So bring your heart back to yourself. And that's why I go back to safety, because sometimes people teach us how to love ourselves. Sometimes people become a safe space for us to be safe for ourselves, because they teach us that we are enough and we are deserving, and everything that we went through, it wasn't in vain. And we're happy to be survivors. But most importantly, they teach us that we are enough. You are enough. Breathe that in. Breathe in. Enough. Breathe out. Refreshed. I am enough. And accepting that has liberated me. It has refreshed me. That's what I need you to do. Because anywhere you take your heart with you, that's your home. Anywhere you take your heart with you, that's your home. Anywhere you take your heart with you, that's your home. That means you belong in any room you enter. Bring your heart into every room you enter, because you belong in every room you enter. Simply because you are human. Next question. Simply because you are human. Let me tell y'all something. Reconnecting with self, reconnecting with inner child doesn't have to be a difficult thing. It's very simple. I just need you to imagine your inner child is still there. Your innocence is still there. It's just a couple things in this world, traumatic things, that made you feel like you lost her. But you ain't lose her. You ain't lose her. You may have, abandoned her a little bit, but good thing she always there for you. What? So all you need to do is reconnect with your heart and reaffirm that you have the right to enter into any space however you choose to show up, as long as it's respectful. Don't go into places calling everybody B's and F's and thinking why people don't want you there, baby. Come on. Let's be so for real. But yeah, that's it. That's all. You are worthy because you are you. And as you continue this journey on finding yourself and forgiving yourself and others and letting go of shame, I ask you to create a safe space for your inner child to emerge. So create and intentionally enter spaces where you are allowed to show your personality. Cause spaces that allow you to be creatively free. Spaces that allow you to be intentionally you. Spaces where you don't have to mold yourself. And then that's going to lead to a sense of belonging. But the biggest sense of belonging, the biggest thing I want you to take from this video, if not anything, is that home is where the heart is. So baby, anywhere you carry your heart with you, you home. So you good, girl. Take care of that mind, body, and soul. And then the physical just going to do its thing. That's it. That's all. Right? Thank y'all for watching.